Alrighty, guys, so welcome back in here. We're going to look at a Georgia commit that just committed the other day, Jah Jarrett, okay, and Jah Jarrett. This guy is from Greensboro, North Carolina, so the same state as Jordan Davis. Has gotten a lot of comparisons to Jordan Davis. And what you like is, of course, you see the motor, you see him finish plays. A lot of this is self-explanatory tape. He's just so much bigger, more agile than a lot of these players, but I love how physical he is. His pad level's even going to get better as he can develop at Georgia. But this is a player that really in the interior part of this defensive line, like, he is really going to help you. And again, you could play 3-4 all day. Your linebackers can do anything when you have just a guy that can anchor down the middle of the defense. And you look at like Atkins that played on Cincinnati, and then Jordan Davis. So, I mean, and then Travon Walker's a guy who even played inside a lot. So you look at this, I mean, when you're at Georgia and you're playing defensive tackle, I mean, it's the best place to play defensive tackle. So, you know, you get an absolute mauler, you get an absolute stud, you know, in Jah Jarrett, and this guy is just you can't run the ball in the middle of the field. He's just going to disrupt the game. So he's a run stopper. You know, there are certain defensive tackles that have wiggled to him that really rush the passer. And eventually, you know, he'll get his sacks in the middle of the field. He does show the ability there. I like that, to deflect the football. But really, you see him as a guy that's just going to crash downhill, and that is just going to be one or two technique. He's going to play like in the A and the B gap. That's kind of, you know, where you'd imagine him. He's just going to anchor down that defense, and he's a real like 3-4 nose tackle. That's who he is. And he's going to be, you know, very effective in his role. Jah Jarrett, okay? And again, he chases down plays. So, you know, Georgia is getting a good one here. Georgia is doing what Georgia does on the defensive line. I mean, Kirby Smart, big-time extension, a lot of pressure. 10 years, you know, making big time cash, and, you know, just won a national championship and has to keep that same standard going. You know, then now they lose Dan Lanning, and, you know, you look at Louis Cine and, of course, Jordan Davis and Nakobe Dean, and that defense was made of special kids. And but I think that Jah Jarrett has a chance too to be a very disruptive, very solid run stuffing player for Georgia. And that's everything that you see. He's a big guy that's going to take up space. Big guy going to take up space, and he's going to finish you. All right, so that's exactly what Jarrett's going to do.